Hey chaps, I hope you're all well. Today we're going to be kicking off something a little bit different. I'm going to be kicking off a series called C# Bytes. They're going to be a series of small episodes tackling common questions or problems in C# or just learnings or shortcomings that I've discovered along my own personal journey. Today I'm going to kick this off with a discussion around value types and reference types. This was something that caught me out a lot when I was first learning the language, and it rather selfishly leads into another topic that I want to discuss on the next episode, and that is around boxing and unboxing of types. Okay, so the key thing to remember about the differences between value types and reference types is ultimately it just boils down to structs and classes. Structs being value types and classes being reference types. A couple of examples of these are ints and strings. Ints are a struct, strings, contrary to popular belief, are in fact classes. Identifying if a type is a struct or a class is actually really simple. Now, of course, every time you declare a variable, you have to specify what data type it is. Now, if you were in Visual Studio and hovered over that data type, it will provide you with some additional information around that type specifically. And more pertinent to my point, it will tell you whether it is a struct or a class. And at this stage, you may be wondering, well, why should I care? And that is perfectly reasonable. But let me tell you why you should care. Passing parameters from one method to another, as can be seen here, is like throwing poop over a wall to someone who can't throw it back. See here that method A is throwing poop over a wall to method B, who has no arms. So let's take a look at a simplified example. Here we have a simple program with one single method in here additional to the main program, which intends to correct the age passed to it. The first step in the program, as highlighted here on the left, defines an age of 24 using an int, which, as I mentioned previously, is a struct. The next instruction in the program is to pass that age to the method correctMyAge please, which of course is metaphorically throwing that int over the wall to the method. So now we can see here that our method has that int of 24. But of course our age is not 24, so within our method we are now going to change it to 30. Now the next step in the program is to return back to the original main method. But of course, because our checkMyAgePlease method has no arms, we cannot throw that information back to the main method. And this ultimately results in this line here, checking the age has changed to 30, failing because we still think our age is 24. Well, damn it, man. Can we not just give the method some arms? No, we cannot, but what we can do is attach a metaphorical piece of string to the int so we can pull it back afterwards. So, how do we do that? Well, enter the ref keyword. This is what gives us the piece of string we need to pull the variable back once the method has finished its course of action. So let's run through our example one more time using the ref keyword. So once again we define our age variable as 24, and then we pass that age to the correctMyAgePlease method, noting the use of the ref keyword and the piece of string attached in the diagram. The variable then arrives into the method as before, complete with string attached, and then we make our change to 30 as we did previously. On returning to the main method, due to our piece of string, we can simply yank the value back to us, and when we run the assert, it will pass and we have the correct value of 30. Reference types themselves always have strings attached. In our metaphorical world, of course. And I think this phrase applies across the board when using classes or reference types, because ultimately if you have a memory leak, it's because of the mismanagement of these types and their strings. And when it comes to the differences between them, that's largely all you need to know for the basics. Of course there are more, but I think that covers it in enough detail to be able to solve a lot of issues you might have when you're learning the language starting out. As always chaps, thank you for watching, thank you for all your support, I appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover in future, please let me know, I'd be more than happy to do it. I've had great fun producing this one today. Please tune in future, and speak to you soon chaps.